welcome to another new episode of Chimborites. In today's episode, we are going to talk about childhood stress. And to discuss the same, we have an expert child counselor, Mrs. Ruchika Simkar. Ma'am, welcome to our show.
Thank you so much for inviting me. Good
Uh,
morning, everyone.
Ma'am, so let's begin with
Yeah,
the episode.
sure.
Ma'am, how would anyone know if their child is in stress? Or what are the common reasons for it?
Well, see, I tell you one thing, stress is there in everyone.
Okay.
Okay, the only thing is as adults, we can discuss about our stress. Okay, the different stresses that we face, the different problems that we face. Children are very confused. They are not exactly sure about what they are going through or if they feel anything, but they are disturbed. So the this disturbance now we can see in many different ways actually. Now, a simple thing I'll tell you, the main problems that come to us actually, academic problems. Okay, then there is a school. There is some problem. The child is not ready to go to the school. The child is not ready to study. There is a lot of peer pressure.
Right.
Okay, then sibling rivalry is there, one of the main things. Nowadays we see there are a lot of cases of molestation also, a very sad case, but
Exactly.
unfortunately it's happening. Yeah. So the thing is we see a lot of problems in children, the children will have different complaints like, I have a headache, I have a stomach ache. At times the child will start throwing a tantrum, or maybe the child is completely withdrawn.
Okay.
Okay, so all this nail biting is there, frequent urination is there, the child keeps on sleeping for a long duration. So all these things or bullying others, even that is one thing at times we take it in a different way, but we don't realize that the child is very stressed out, and these are the ways he is trying to show us or ask us for help actually.
Okay.
Yeah.
So, ma'am, is it only child counseling or even parent counseling is needed? And please give some examples for it, ma'am.
Okay. See, I'll tell you one thing, it is not only child counseling. If you ask me, it is 80% parent counseling.
Oh,
In some cases there are some simple cases where there are just some adjustment problems in the school and all that, so those things can be handled, but in most of the cases which I have seen, okay, parents are directly or indirectly involved in the problems. See, I'll tell you one thing, no parent will do it intentionally.
right.
No
Correct.
parent would like to trouble, yeah, because every parent loves the child. The only thing sometimes we don't realize but because of our actions, or maybe we may say some things we don't realize, but we are hurting our child very badly at that time. Like, see, there is a lot of pressure for the parent. I understand parents also have to see their daily activities, their work schedules, their work pressures, everything is there, but we can't keep on removing all our frustration and anger on the child. We can't keep on displacing it. So there are so many things. Even parents have a lot of health issues. Like, there are physical problems, there are emotional problems. And you know what happens? The safest bet, the most easiest target becomes your child.
Absolutely
Anything
right.
happens, I'll remove my frustration on my child. See, I'm not saying anything to anyone specific or something. As a parent, even I have done some mistakes, and but I have learned something from it.
Hmm.
Then you come to know, you realize later, oh my God, this was not my child's fault. Like, your boss scolds you for something, someone says to you, and then the immediate target in front of you is your child.
Yes, right. Right.
So that we have to be careful, and we should see that we keep our child safe actually.
Absolutely right.
And as you said, for examples, see, actually there are many examples, but I'll tell you two three which I found will be very helpful actually. Now, there was this child, she was around 9 years old. Okay, this girl, she used to sleep in the class. She used to sleep most of the times. So earlier I asked her, I said, Beta, are you watching TV for a long time? That is the most common reason which children give, right? So initially she was not saying anything, she was hesitating. Then she used to start crying at times, like we could feel she was very nervous, disturbed about something. So when I spoke to her later, I took her in confidence. And this child said, "Teacher, shall I say something, ma'am? That my parents keep on fighting." And my mom told my dad the other day that when everyone is sleeping at night, that is the time I'm going to leave the house and go away. She's
It's
telling
very,
right from that day, yeah, right
very
from
sad
that
for the
day,
child.
yeah, it is there. See, we don't realize. That's what I'm saying. At times, you feel that the child is just there in the room or maybe in the other room, but the whole time the child is very attentive. The child is listening to every word that we say. So,
Hmm.
then this child is saying that, ma'am, my mummy said that I will be leaving the house in the night and going when everybody's sleeping. So, right from that day, I don't sleep in the night. I'm awake. They feel that I'm sleeping, but actually, I'm keeping a watch on my mother. So, when you hear such cases, you feel very bad.
Very bad.
Yeah, really sad. Then there was this another child, again, around 9 or 10 years of age. This child used to cry quite frequently. She used to keep on crying in the class. So when she was asked about it, she said, there is a lot of conflict between my parents. They keep on fighting the whole time. And the only thing when they look at me, they just tell me it's only because of you that we both are together. Otherwise, we would have separated a long time back. See, it's very sad.
Very
The
sad.
child is very helpless, very helpless. Okay. So
Hmm.
this child was and the worst part is what that her daddy's friend. He used
Oh,
to come to the house and he used to molest this child. So this child told me that all these things are going on and I'm not able to go to my parents because they keep on fighting the whole time. And anything happens, they keep on blaming me that you are the problem in our marriage. If you are not there, we can just walk away. So later, the parents were called, they were explained everything. But this child had to go through a lot of problems. So, there are so many things, you actually, I'm telling you see a lot of cases and there is a lot to learn from every case. Now, I'll tell you one thing, there was this child, she used to come to me for some help in English actually. So, this girl was around, I think, 13 years. So, she came once and I don't know, I found her very different that day, not not that always smiling face and all that, that was missing that day. So when I asked her, Beta, what's wrong? And she was in a daze, sort of, she's saying, uh, man, tomorrow I'm going to go and commit suicide. Okay. So it was extremely shocking for me. It's very scary when a child is coming and telling you, I'm going to commit suicide tomorrow. So, then I said, no, I need to talk to this child. So I asked her, I said, Beta, what is wrong with, see, you can't go and do this tomorrow. That's okay. But before that, if you think I can help you out in some way, let's talk about it.
right.
So then she said, yeah. See, the child needs to know that there is someone ready to help.
Hmm.
Okay? They are completely lost. They don't know that we can get help from somewhere. And somewhere you have to show them that problems are there for everyone, but we need to talk about them. So, this child, what she said, that was quite shocking. She said that my parents, one wants me to become an engineer, one wants me to become a doctor. So they keep on fighting. See, the child is small.
Right.
They both are fighting that no, I want my child to become this. I want my child the same way. And it so happened the previous day it was this child's birthday, and she had got her English paper. English or math she had got, and she had got 24 and a half out of 25. Her score was 24 and a half. And this dad, he always wanted her to get full marks. So this person just removed his belt and hit the child so badly on her birthday. So, she was completely disturbed. She said, teacher, I had lost only half a mark I had lost, and I don't know why he did that. And he does this regularly. Whenever I get even 1 mark less or half a mark less, he keeps on hitting me very badly. I don't want to live. I don't want to go back in the house. So, I had to take her in confidence, talk with her because, see, you can't break the confidence of the child, without informing her. I can't go to the parents. So, I just told her, like, I said, Beta, let us give a try. I'll speak to the parents. And if you think it can be of some help, otherwise, you can take your own this thing. I knew she won't do that actually. Then in the evening, I kept her with me. I called the parents after some time, spoke to them, and told them, see, we don't realize, but this is harming your child in a very bad way.
Mm.
So if you ask, after that, there was a lot of change in them. But, it's actually very sad. Many children are suffering because of this. And the most common thing is, academics. My
Academics.
child is
Yeah.
not doing well. I want my child to do very well. She has to excel. He has to excel in everything. You have to see the capacity of your child.
Right.
Okay, so these are some unrealistic expectations from the child, which can be harmful to the child.
Can be harmful.
Yeah.
Ma'am, as a parent, how can we help our children?
Uh, See, as I told you earlier, parents play a very, very important part in this. Now, as a parent, if I know that there is some problem in me, first I need to correct that problem. Okay, like as I told you earlier, there are some parents who have a lot of health issues. They don't take care of them, maybe BP is there or some other thing. They get angry very soon. So first you take care of your problem, and then you try to go and help your child. But you have to do all these things.
Right, ma'am.
Now there are, yeah. Now there are some very simple things, five things which I feel are very important. First thing is accept your child.
Hmm. That is true.
Okay, accept, that is a very, very important thing. Accept your child as he or she is. Okay, sometimes we try to put a lot of things on the head, my child will do this, my child will do that, this, that. Child is not able to manage.
Hmm.
Or the worst part is comparing the children with other children. You see your cousin, he's doing so well, and you see your that my friend's doctor, and she's doing so well. My child is my child. However, whatever it is, I have to accept my child. I have to give my child. Second thing I'll say, give your child unconditional love. Okay, don't keep any expectations. If you do this, then I love you. If you don't do this, I don't love you. No, show the child in every small thing. Whatever you do, I'm there for you. And nowadays, especially in all these times when it's really stressful outside, we have to show the child that we support you in everything.
Right.
Okay, thirdly, see that you have a lot of patience with your child. Okay, don't lose your patience because, as I told you earlier, that your boss fires you, and the frustration, the target is the child.
Right.
Small things when the child is trying to do, if the child is writing something, or like you know patience is there, you need to give the time to the child, that okay beta, take your own time, but you try your best in this. Whatever you do, I'm going to be happy with this.
Right.
Then see, one thing I have seen in most of the parents is they keep on criticizing the children for many things. Okay, for many small, whatever the child does, always the child, no, this is okay, but you could have done this in a better way. No,
Hmm.
that is okay, but not this little thing, this is wrong over here.
Right.
Please don't do that. Give the child positive reinforcement. Now, what is positive reinforcement? Whatever, see, the child is always trying his or her best to please the parents or the teachers. Now, a small thing I tell you, when a child comes to you with your some writing or some drawing, whatever, I'm not saying just go out of the way and praise God, but at least, say, beta, good, nice attempt. You are really trying nicely. Okay, verbally you say something. Physically also, just a pat on the head or on the back, a smile on the face. This is what we call non-verbal communication. Non-verbally also, with your different gestures, body language,
Right.
show the child I'm happy about it. If somebody's writing is not nice, don't compare it with his friend's handwriting. Okay, suppose this child is not writing nicely, he is not able to. Trust me, they try their best, but at times they really can't do it. And then what happens? We keep on comparing with some other children. Like, you see that child's writing, she writes so beautifully, or he writes so nicely. You always make a mess of things. You say that, you have made a mess of his life, because then the child will never try. But instead of that, if you tell your child, that's the last time how you had written this. Today, I can see a lot of improvement in your writing. Then what happens? The child feels like, yes, I can do it. That feeling has to come. I can do it, and the child will definitely try to do better after that.
Mm.
And don't criticize in every small thing. This is not correct. That is not correct. Okay, beta, this is like there is slightly we can do some changes. See, this will look more better then. Give them positive reinforcement. Show them in different ways that I know you are trying your best. And last thing I would like to tell is, see, there are a lot of problems outside now. The children are also facing a lot of problems. They may come and share with you, they may not come to you. Learn to listen to every small thing what the child is trying to tell you. Okay? It can be like, the child may start with something like there are some cases which I can't discuss over here, but the children start with very simple ways, and then after that, like, when you go in the depth, you will see that there are some really bad things happening outside. So just tell the child, beta, problems are there everywhere. Tell them problems are there. Even your mommy, daddy are facing problems. It's a normal thing, but
Normal.
we need to talk about them. We need to talk about them. And definitely help is available at every step. Okay? So if everyone follows this, I think definitely that is going to help the child.
Absolutely right. Ma'am, thanks a lot for your guidance, and
Mm,
thanks a lot for your time.
no. I'm thankful to you for this.
So, ma'am, can we do another episode of it, sir?
Let's see. Let's see. Right now, I'm actually busy in many things. So if I get time, definitely I don't mind. See,
Thank
whatever the main thing for coming for this session today is, what? That I just wanted to. I just wanted some things like, people should know actually that at times we don't realize, like, but then some things which we do or we say can be extremely harmful, because I'll tell you, there are some cases when they come to you, it's like you can't, you actually you break down over there after the child leaves from there. They are very painful. We have to understand them. We have to go down to their level and try to understand them. So, trying my best. Let us see. But definitely, I'll let you know if I can.
Okay, ma'am. Thank you so much.
Welcome, sir. Thank you so much again.